Hello Guardians, my name is Archon Virtual. Today we're going to be discussing the best places in order to farm kills for the new Brave weapons. So obviously Shaxx is offering up all of these new quests, and I've noticed a lot of people are having issues with trying to farm up kills with special weapons consistently in order to get these some of these quests made. I just finished completing the grenade launchers one, right? Yep. So I'll just be showing off some places that I'm using in order to farm up special and heavy weapons. Let me just turn this in real quick and then I'll go and do that. So obviously I just got done using grenade launchers. I'll show that build off here first. Do I need to talk to Shaxx first? No, it's this one, okay.
This was made.
I'm on a limited schedule myself, so it's been a little bit difficult for me to farm a lot of this stuff here pretty quick.
The gear makes the Guardian.
So when you're dealing with special weapons and heavy weapons specifically, their limited ammunition is kind of an issue. So what I would normally do is that I would rock ammo finder mods. I know that in the grand scheme of things, these are not the most efficient, but they do make a difference. The next thing is your reserve mods. These will allow for your existing weapons in order to hold more ammunition. For me, I was primarily utilizing Salvager's Salvo, which is kind of an older weapon, but it should still be available in the tower. This is what I've been using to get most of my kills with. Wither Horde I only just got earlier this week. So yeah, you have your ammo finders, you have your reserve mods, and then I think also the scavenger mods as well. Yep, so these will also allow them to hold more ammunition. So with that in mind, those will work for your special and heavy weapons respectively. Even better if you can have them be the same type, rather than differing ones. So the places that I would normally go in order to farm kills are Crota's End. Or not Garden of Salvation, where's... There we go. I would recommend utilizing an arc subclass for this for the increased sprint speed, so that way you can stay ahead of the Thralls. So you don't have to go in here with a team or a party or anyone. This can all be completely soloed. So when we first drop in, no enemies will spawn initially, but you will need to pick up the Chalice of Light and die at least once in order to be able to start getting Thralls to spawn. See, if I just run up over here, so that back there was the Chalice of Light, but I'll pick that up here in a second. But even if I just stand here on the plate, like, nothing really happens, nothing spawns. Now, the Chalice of Light will kill you if it's not passed off to another player or whatever. I'm sure that anyone that's already familiar with the raid mechanics will know this. But yeah, just let them kill you, it's fine. Or you could even just jump off the ledge. Either way works fine. The Chalice will eventually return back to its original position, but it doesn't matter. All we care about are these guys. So now all of a sudden we've got a nice, large, fresh number of Thralls here in order to be able to kill. So right now I'm also using transversive steps as my exotic legs, so it lets me sprint a little bit faster than them already, but it's a lot better with the arc sprint speed boost. So just kind of train them around in a circle, and of course they'll also drop more special ammo for you. And you should have a fairly infinite supply of this. You shouldn't really be running out unless you're firing a bit too often. But yeah, just run around in a circle. Your speed booster will help keep you ahead of them, so that way you won't get too badly damaged while you're trying to avoid them. And once they start crawling up from the pit, just run back towards where you spawned, and then just look behind you and shoot. And this is pretty much going to be the exact same thing for all special weapons. Now, as for heavy weapons, that's going to be a little different. So obviously, as you can see, they're not dropping very much heavy ammo. But there is a place in the Cosmodrome that consistently drops heavy ammo for that. Sorry, I got distracted here. So now I'll show off how to do swords. This should work for swords, rocket launchers, anything. Anything heavy. We'll be doing the Exodus Garden 2A. I realize that there's going to be a lot of pro players that aren't really going to care much about any of this, and that's fine, but this is more for newer players. So just follow the path I use here. As for what subclass to use for completing the... damn it, I just forgot what the mission type was called again. The Lost Sector, that's what they're called. There isn't really a correct subclass to use for the Lost Sectors, just use really whatever you want. Just so long as you have a sword in order to gain the sword XP, or any heavy weapon for that matter. I apologize if this isn't very good, but I'm doing a lot of this just sort of impromptu. I've just been noticing a lot of people have been needing help with getting special and heavy kills, and not very many people know about this that are new lights, so... Oh, missed the hit. Yeah, that sounds friendly. Alright, so here we are. So this is essentially a loop that we're going to end up be doing here. I can equip a regular weapon for this. So just start off by killing these first 3 enemies. You can even use your sword for this as well. I'll be demonstrating that here. So again, your ammo mods will be very helpful with keeping up ammunition for your swords. Or again, for any heavy weapons. And some swords that have particular perks to them as well will allow you to regain some ammunition after a few quick hits. So it just slightly helps improve longevity. As for tips with rocket launchers, I would recommend keeping your distance. I may die once here, but nobody's perfect. But yeah, as you can see, it's fairly easy in order to get tons of kills that way. Or this way. And if you do end up running out of heavy ammo, just keep doing the mission. For the bosses here, I would recommend longer range weapons like focus rifles. I should have had one equipped, actually. And no ammo. Oh well. A super will usually get you through the boss. Unless you're like me and end up wasting it. It's fairly simple to deal with. Alright, and then all you have to do is hit the chest here, and it will drop a bunch of heavy ammo bricks, which will easily restock all of your ammunition, and then there's a bunch of shanks that also appear here at the end that you can pretty easily kill as well. And then you can just go straight back to collect those other bricks once you've finished clearing up the enemies out of the area, and then you're ready to start going around again. So in order to refresh the Lost Sector, you actually have to go all the way back out front until the title card of the area changes. So about here. And then you can just rush straight back on in. And do the whole process again. Rinse and repeat until you're finished. Now, with lower ammunition weapons like rocket launchers, I would wait until specific points in the Lost Sector in order to actually shoot, because you're only going to have a handful of shots. I'll show that off here, actually. Yippee, another exotic engram. So, like, right here would be a good spot to do that. And then another good spot is waiting for all of these guys to come back towards the end of the room. And then the last good spot to do this for rocket launchers would be when they're clustered up there towards the back. See, from there, that's their primary spawn point for this area. I know there's a bunch of things shooting from around me, but they're not that big a deal. But yeah, I would say probably between this area here and this area here would be the best places to fire your rockets. Oh, and avoid switching between heavy weapons or special weapons when you're attempting to do these, so that it doesn't reset the ammunition you have. And don't feel bad with wasting extra rockets here towards the end of the mission, just cleaning up some of these last enemies for just a few more kills, because there's more than enough heavy ammo for you to waste. As for primary weapons, pretty much just going anywhere that you can get a lot of kills consecutively would be good enough, or even just playing Onslaught itself would be perfect for farming up certain primary weapon types like auto rifles, hand cannons, sidearms. But sometimes it's a bit difficult to get kills because of other players stealing them or just out-competing you. But yeah, if you have any more questions, just leave a comment and I'll try and get back to you. Okay, so in hindsight, I forgot to add this in. How foolish it'd be. I forgot to mention sniper rifles. They are particularly different from all other special weapon types, because some folks, like me, happen to have one for every slot, which is awesome. So again, utilizing ammo mods, particularly ones that are capable of storing extra ammunition for whatever the predominant sniper rifle or sniper rifles you have is, and then that will work. So you need kills that are not as easy to get from Crota's End. You need to instead use Vault of Glass here. So killing Thralls in Crota's End is very difficult to do with sniper rifles. But thankfully Vex are far more forgiving and are far easier to do. You may still have to use a primary weapon in order to be able to kill some of the extra enemies to spawn some bricks in case not enough heavy or special ammo drops, but otherwise this worked pretty well for me. I'll still demonstrate that here. So when you reach the first area here, there should be some enemies that are already in the area, but they won't be spawning in full force quite yet until after you approach. So just head up to one of the plates there and then just run straight back here behind all of these enemies here. Staying behind cover here is very important. Because there are giant turrets that will spawn there. There we go. There's giant turrets that will spawn there and up there. If I could get a good look at it. I think it's up there that it spawns. You'll see it here in a minute. But in any case, yeah, just pick up your sniper rifles and start shooting Vex. You don't have to land headshots, or I guess in this case it would be stomach shots. Just about landing any hit on a Vex will do, even if it's just barely hitting its head. But this would probably be best with only 2 sniper rifles, and having at least 1 primary weapon. Well, that is if you have access to Whispers of the Worm. Just do whatever is best for you. I do not know how I got so much extra ammo. But as you can see, Vex will just consistently keep spawning, allowing for you to easily get 100 kills. And of course, you also may have to damage the, or not damage, you may have to destroy the Vex turret once in a while. But it's fairly easy to do. And I got more ammo somehow. Is there just ammo laying around from that Minotaur I killed? I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty much how you would use sniper rifles in particular. You could also even use this to farm up certain exotic sniper rifle kills. I also use this method in order to farm up some of Whisper of the Worms kills. And you may die once or twice from enemies being able to shoot you from over the rock or getting too close sometimes. But don't worry, you can just respawn, clear the area, and try again. You should never have to worry about getting returned to orbit in order to consistently keep doing this. I don't know how I keep not running out of ammunition. This is interesting. I wonder if that's one of the perks I'm running. Okay, seriously, I'm going to look at this. What is this? Final blows another weapon grants this weapon increased speed aiming down sights. This weapon a brief period of improved handling reload speed. What about this one? Let's see. Final blows this weapon while your super is fully charged grants bonus strength and discipline for moderate duration. I don't see anything that would give me extra ammunition, but regardless, this method should work just fine for anyone trying to farm sniper rifle kills. So yeah. That'll be it from me. I've been Archon Virtual. And once again, Guardians, happy farming.